Hello, welcome to Stretford Paddock. This is the Paddock podcast. My name is Joe. That is Stephen Howson. That is Jay Motti. That is Adam McCullough. How are we all doing, lads?
Go on in.
At the same time, 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, very good. Very good.
Happy days.
Very good.
Yeah.
Happy days.
Woo.
Yeah. Woo.
Choir. Steve, how you doing?
Woo.
I'm not liking this energy.
Where's your Christmas choir energy?
Sorry?
Christmas choir energy. Have you ever sang a choir?
Energy,
Interesting.
jingle bells in the AM.
Have you just done Premier League piss take? I can feel the energy.
No, do you know?
Feel the happiness.
We haven't just done Premier League piss take, much to my chagrin, but we haven't.
I used chagrin today as well.
Did you? It's nice, isn't it?
What a pair of dickheads we are.
Secondly,
Glad
though,
you said it.
the energy you're noticing here is excitement, happiness, enjoyment.
He doesn't
life.
like. Have you never
It's
met him
bigger.
before? There's the things he doesn't like.
Today we're going to be talking about Man United's
happiness.
COVID outbreak at Carrington. Whether
While
the
we're
game
all
tomorrow will be
huddled
being
up
played.
together.
Yeah. We're going to be talking
Excuse
about.
me, I was tested on Friday.
Just
and
the
I'm
perception of the
clear.
camera. We're actually
Yeah,
five
actually
feet,
2
5
meters
feet apart.
apart.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
in different rooms.
He had his PCR cell tested and it was all negative, wasn't it?
Joke. It's too
We'll
old.
talk a little bit about the Champions League draw madness that took place earlier on. We'll look a little bit about Ralph Rangnick talking about Anthony Martial. He's off, mate. He's gone. He's gone. Martial's gone.
Madness.
And we'll get to Wally the
Talking
Week
about
in a little
madness.
bit as well. Talking about madness, my cousin's going to watch them on Tuesday. Is that the story you were going to tell as well?
Why do all Chelsea fans like madness?
Because
what's
they
that
in the
about?
ground, don't they?
Hat.
They come out to them, though.
Yeah,
Did
yeah.
it?
Is it a Trilby or is it a...
Pork pie, ain't it?
Pork pie, innit?
is it?
Yeah.
Is he from?
Interesting.
Is he from the men's?
Sucks.
Yeah.
He's from West London, innit?
So
Yeah.
what? Of course he is.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
What's
They're
his
all
real
from
name? Who cares?
He's
I know
literally
that sucks.
just a professional cockney, isn't it?
Yeah, that's it, really. Do you know what I mean?
What?
Not as
Cockney.
annoying as
Oh, yeah.
most professional cockneys, though.
Madness
Because
are alright, aren't
I
they?
never hear of him, so he's therefore not
Yeah.
annoying.
Right, they're alright, aren't they?
There's some there's professional
I don't
scousers. There's a lot of professional scousers.
Yeah,
isn't
there's a lot of that.
like, you know when someone just thinks, oh, we need a scouser
Saying
on
nothing
Good
next
Morning
time might be
Britain.
a professional Mike Union.
That's true.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm with you on that one, bro.
I was one of the humans of Manchester.
I know, I'll come out the three of us
Okay.
here. You're the one that was a human of
Nominated.
Manchester.
I was
Just
nominated
three
as
of us
well.
here, yeah, cheers,
Voted. He
No,
was
I mean
voted.
the two-
He was voted by the public.
I meant the three of us, like,
Of the
two of us
three
from
of us here.
Manchester. Well, you're from Worksop, aren't you? So you wouldn't have qualified, mind you.
But
he
he's not
qualified.
from
That's what I
Manchester.
mean.
I am
Game's gone.
top 5 influential people in man.
Should we start with the
Placism.
the current
Influence
state of
people to
play
kill me, yeah.
with Manchester United Football Club?
I know it is.
Let me release this statement. Can you tell us on the show?
I don't know if that's legal.
I think you can tell
Put it
us.
on your phone and I'll
I
read it
think
out.
you can hint at it. Right, here's the
He
statement
comes
from
from
Manchester.
Serbia, and if you catch his cold, he'll murder you.
Interesting.
Januzaj.
Vidic.
He's back in the squad.
Right, so
Wow.
that's
Patient zero,
breaking news right
apparently.
there. That's breaking
And then a
news.
shitload of under 23s. Which, of course, it is.
I love how he prefaces everything with, I can't say this.
And then
Do
just
you know what it does?
completely
I didn't
tells
say it,
us.
though. I didn't say it.
He does it all the time.
I
He
made
tells
a
me
rhyme.
things, right? He tells me not to tell anyone, and I don't. And I found out he told everyone else anyway.
Yeah, no, yeah, he says, Steve,
but
don't tell anyone. And then he tweets it.
I know! And I feel
Like
like I've done
Steve?
really well not
Okay.
telling anyone,
In
because
future,
I'm a
what I'll say is
journalist.
don't tell anyone, because I'm about to say it.
Yeah. I feel dead special saying don't tell anyone, and then everyone says, like, yeah, I've already seen it.
Right.
Told me.
Let's read this statement
is
from
bad,
Manchester
right?
United in case anyone hasn't read this. I'll start with this and then we'll go
Clubs
from
in
there.
training's pretty bad, isn't it?
So they've said Manchester United confirmed that following PCR test confirmation from yesterday's positive lateral flow test, COVID-19 cases amongst the first team staff and players, the decision has been taken to close the first team operations, as you said, at Carrington Training Complex for 24 hours to minimise the risk of any further infection. Individuals who tested positive are isolating per Premier League protocols, I think just government protocol as well. Given cancellation of training and disruption to the SWAT, what?
Government.
Premier League's
I think-
a higher authority than the government.
Yeah, you can't get
Is
higher
it?
than
So
that.
when you get COVID and you have to stay at home, do you blame the Premier League?
I phoned Richard Arnold.
Yeah, is that who it
Yeah,
is?
good lad.
Yeah,
Why
yeah.
don't you?
Yeah, I do, yeah. Given the cancellation of training and disruption to the squad, and with the health of players and staff the priority, of course,
Obviously.
not 3 points,
Think of the
the
children.
club is in discussion with the Premier League whether it's safe for Tuesday's fixture against Brentford to continue, both from a COVID infection and a player preparation standpoint, which I don't believe there's any legal basis for whatsoever. We didn't train, can we not play? Team and staff travel to London will be deferred pending the result of that discussion. As far as I'm aware, that discussion has not yet been concluded. Jesus Christ.
That
Has
was
not
me
yet-
showing you what the effects of a cough look
Oh,
like.
has not yet been
Thanks.
concluded. But
And
it's-
later this week, I'll be showing you what the effects of COVID are like.
yeah,
Jay, I did a test on Friday. On Friday, I didn't have it.
Oh, that's
all right
good
then.
enough for me.
Well, that's what you need to know, innit?
Yeah.
I can't tell you on Saturday or Sunday I didn't have it. I can only tell you at the time, because that's what their text says as well.
Listen.
At
In the
time
last
you was
week, I've had
tested-
about 4 tests. I had one this morning because I felt a bit weird, and I thought, Joe's a bit funny about things like that, innit?
I'm the only one here who's had COVID, aren't I? You had it.
I have never had it. I'm
I've had
surprised though. It reminds me of when I went India. Yeah,
Like all my cousins, like we were taking all this medication and the spray and all that, so we don't get bit by mozzies. Yeah, and everyone was still getting bit apart from me.
Special.
Yeah.
Special.
And then for the last 4 days when we were in India, we were there for about 3-4 weeks. For the last 4 days, I went, fuck this. I'm risking it. Never used no medication, no another spray, nothing. They still never bit me, bro.
What do you think it was?
Reminds me of that. Like, I can just do what I want.
Yeah.
And
They
nothing
came up
happens.
asking for autographs.
Shook,
from
mate.
mosquitoes,
They
didn't
knew.
Mosquitoes are shook. COVID
Fans of the
shook.
channel.
They're all
You had
shook.
the cola?
Shook.
Got a picture. Just flying next to that.
Pussy holes.
What do you make of this? And you think the game's going to be cancelled, don't you?
Yeah.
The fact they've not
Why are
confirmed
you
it 24
so-
hours out is a bit odd, isn't it?
No, it's cancelled.
Why are you so confident? I'm not saying you're wrong, but you are certain that this game's being
It's
cancelled.
cancelled.
Right.
If United had any inkling that the game would go ahead, no way they closed down Carrington today.
Right.
Them motherfuckers are in training.
Interesting that they closed down Carrington, though. Have they gone to the pits?
Do you reckon?
How mad would that be? So, United actually share my training ground where our lot train on a Tuesday and a Thursday. I'm not telling you the time because I've just thought how creepy that sounds. But it's not the first team, relax, right? They don't all use Carrington.
Right.
Could they go on the cliff?
So you're saying they've,
They could've gone
they've
the cliff, couldn't
closed Carrington as almost a sort of a statement piece, a symbol of the fact that we're struggling here.
No,
And
because
then they've trained
there's been
elsewhere
an outbreak
privately.
there.
How would you know if they didn't?
Well, yeah.
Surely
but-
they went to the pits over and
Yeah,
everyone
but
would know.
prove they didn't is hardly the best basis for an opinion, isn't it?
And anyone
Well,
can
they
get into
could-
the
is it-
cliff.
That's what America does with the moon.
Prove God doesn't exist.
Prove we didn't go.
Yeah.
Well, that's photoshopped.
I think.
Prove that you don't
I
have
think the game
weapons
will
of
go
mass
ahead.
destruction.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. I think we'll be alright. Just a day off, innit? It'll be alright.
There's no games.
Yeah.
There's no game tomorrow.
What? No.
Bro, there's no game tomorrow.
Listen.
Absolute speculation. Do you think the game will go ahead today? And are you texting someone that can confirm or
Bro,
deny?
I'm also telling you,
That's not a right random
real
text
soon,
there.
we're not allowed to go games. That's happening.
Do you not know that off the top of your head?
We're getting banned from games soon.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and
we
all
are.
that
I
shit's
can smell
happening.
that coming.
Behind
Yeah.
closed doors and all
That's
that.
definitely going to happen.
So
innit?
tomorrow, that game's off.
So do you think...
I think United have done the right thing. They've gone, we've got an outbreak. Let's nip it in the bud. Close down Carrington. Clean that motherfucker out. If we miss one game, that's cool. But at least we can try and close this off. Get whoever you just sang about out of the building. And then we'll be fine, like in a week. Rather than carry on like everything's okay. It continues to spread throughout the squad. And now instead of missing one game, you're missing 3, 4, 5 games.
Or
I think-
just losing 3 or 4 or 5 games if we're not allowed to postpone them or whatever. Do you know what I mean? If we have 8 players from the first team
Also,
out.
I don't mind if we play. Everyone gets COVID. Zidane Iqbal plays 30 games.
Everyone's a winner.
Have you spoke to him yet?
Winner.
He spoke to him since.
Yeah.
Has he calmed down yet?
No.
Have you calmed down yet? Never mind. Danik, well,
I was
calm down.
buzzing, man. And he messaged me on the day like, I can't believe it.
Oh, man.
Imagine that. I want that.
Have you
feeling.
been like
I'm jealous.
That's so
in
sick.
communication with him for a while then? Or is that just started
Fucking
then?
years.
No,
Yeah.
he followed me.
Since he was
For people who don't
4.
know, for people who don't
As soon
know.
as I found out United had an Asian lad in the team, tapped him up.
It is a true story. We went and did that Pro Evo thing
What?
that day. Was
When
you
was
there
this?
that day?
No.
We went on that Pro Evo thing.
Me, you.
Was it just me and you? We took Callum, didn't we?
Kieran and Will,
Yeah,
I
we
think.
took, yeah, oh yeah, that was it. Yeah, so there's a few of us that have gone.
When was this for people watching?
2 years ago,
2 years
before
ago?
COVID.
3,
Yeah.
2.5
The
years
summer
ago.
3
before
years
COVID.
ago.
It was more.
The summer before COVID.
2019.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's 2019.
Ollie's first season.
Yeah, it would have been, yeah. So we went to a Pro Evo launch at Carrington. Now there was, what was it, Lindelof and McTominay was the only first team players there, I think, wasn't it? Maybe Ashley Young or something.
Yeah, and some. Yeah, Ashley Young was there.
Whatevs. But it was a load of academy lads hanging around. So I know Charlie Savage, obviously, congratulations, made his debut the other night. And he's standing with Zidane Iqbal, who I recognised, but I've never met before. And I walk over and I go to him, oh, how's it going? I think they just played and levered City in a derby. So I went over and just said, oh, like, well done. How's it going? And Zidane goes, whoa, is that Anna McCullough? I went, fuck off.
Kind of big deal. Kind of big
And he
deal.
was like, do you reckon I'm going to get a picture? And I was like,
And Steve
Like,
told
what
him,
is
nah,
going on?
Adam don't like taking pictures of people, and it never happened.
Really?
I went and got you, didn't I?
No, I don't think so. Because I don't remember that happening. But I do remember it happening where, who's the kid with the long hair? Brown skin, long hair. Not Zidane Iqbal.
Hannibal
Okay.
Medjugorje.
No.
When?
It might have been for that or a different thing when me and my brother trained there. Because me and my brother trained there with Shivas as well. And there was loads of it was in the academy building, you know, it's got all that
Yeah,
the
it's
indoor
outside
football
of the
bit.
academy building. 'Cause that's where we
And
got
I
changed,
think the
we got
keeper
changed.
and scored, and there was loads of academy guys there, and I went, sign him up. And I just thought, oh yeah.
Yes, nice.
Thank God
And
they
you've been
never
chatting
saw
to
what I
him
did
ever
earlier.
since?
Well, not ever since. I speak to his dad as well.
Yeah.
It's good, man.
That is good. That is very good. So you're thinking the game's off tomorrow then?
Yeah, I know it's off. I'm mentally logged out for tomorrow. So if there's a game and I have to be on a
you're
watch
meant to be on
along,
the watch along.
Yeah, this is what worries me.
I'm going to be the most moody geezer on the
The
watch
game's
along.
going to be on and he's not going to be here.
No,
And he's going to be
exactly.
like, the game's off.
Told you
no,
it was
it's
off.
not. Oh,
No,
I
it's
thought it
not
was.
off.
Well, I have to be here
I didn't
because we're
leave.
doing.
Damani?
Just so people know, we're doing a
Damani
PR piss
Mello
date for
by
Christmas.
Was it Damani Mello?
Yes.
Was it? I've got a few super chats here, so let's go through those. Mark Hatton, who's been a member for 13 months. Cheers,
Well done, Mark.
He said, "Evening lads, was supposed to be doing a one-off night shift tonight, but just been tested positive for daddy. I guess."
What?
But you know what?
Positive for
If that-
daddy?
Yeah.
Hey.
So I'll watch Paddock.
Wait, is he going to be a dad?
I don't know what that
Has
means.
he tested positive?
Someone just tested positive for daddy. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, so his missus having a baby. He's basically tested positive for being the daddy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Go
yes.
get the cakes in, lad. Them's the rules.
Sahar Shetty says the last time Inter drew Liverpool was 07-08. I can't remember who won the Champions League that
Oh,
year.
yeah.
Nice.
Ask Sam Luckhurst.
Great. Fergal McClements, Jay, please swap seats with Adam. It'll look like some sort of.
Oh, yeah.
Wow. I don't think you can say that, brother.
Maybe can't
I
say
can.
that.
Tans against whites.
That'll do, message wise. Not quite as.
All right, Ron Atkinson, relax.
Yeah, more like that. Chris Christodoulou says.
Was that at West Brom? For those people that don't know what he means by that is at West Brom.
No,
Ron
it
At-
was at United.
Was it
Paul
at United?
McGrath. Paul McGrath tells the
But
story.
he did it at West Brom as well. didn't
I
he?
don't think he
Ron
ever
Atkinson
changed.
used to get
It was his thing.
all his black players to play all the white players.
Yeah.
He didn't have bibs.
And when the way he
So
saw
skins.
Skins against skins.
yeah, he didn't use the word skins though. He used the word I'd never use.
Yeah.
Daddy
bloody hell.
Rona is what he's referring to.
Right,
Apparently.
okay.
Ah, so he's got the Rona, not having a baby.
Yeah, we can't test positive for having a baby.
You can.
Yeah,
You do.
really
That's
do.
what they
You don't get the night off work though.
Yeah, you do. You get loads of nights
My
off work.
missus is going to give birth in 9 months.
Yeah,
so we just
men have
the night
rights
off.
these days, bruv.
That's true. Thank God. Chris Christodoulou says the A-team reunited. Good to see you gents together. Thank you very much.
Yes.
And Jack-
Who's favourite character in the A-team?
It's got a BA on it.
Why?
Why do you think we would say BA?
Yeah, exactly.
You haven't said anything
Stick
yet.
to your own.
No,
innit?
you don't
You
like
Yeah, I
say
was
BA
letting him
'cause you
speak.
only fly
Yeah.
British Airways. You
Do you know what I
posh
mean?
twat.
Mr. T.
Got to stick
Pity the
together,
fool.
innit?
It's Howling Mad Murdoch.
Hey, who else can? He's in Rocky 3.
Which is the one that's? Which is the other one that's weird that no one ever talks about? There's
Hannibal.
Murdoch. Is he in the wheelchair?
There's Murdoch. There's Face.
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 I'll have face.
Face. Yeah, he's the good-looking one.
Everyone knows Mr. T. Everyone
Right.
knows Murdoch. Give me one of them randomers off the side.
There's only
that never
Face
got
in
a career.
Hannibal.
Face.
There's only 4
Right.
of them.
It's called Face.
How many random?
2 random ones.
Boy George was in it once.
Was it? I'll
Yeah.
take my
Swear
favourite
down.
80 member.
I had Boy George on Waze the other day telling me where to go when I was driving.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Swear down, bruv. It's sick.
That is good.
It is.
Yeah.
Ended
was
up at his house, though.
Who was your favourite?
Howling Mad Murdoch.
Oh, that's
Course.
about right, innit?
You've modelled your
life.
personality on him for the last 15 years.
It's involved with helicopters in the army.
Yeah, exactly.
Damn right.
Were they all on the run from Summit?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Good
they
man.
They
apparently-
survived though as soldiers of fortune. If you have a problem, no one else can help.
I'll be honest,
And
I've
if you
never
can
seen.
fi- and if you can find them,
maybe you should call.
I've never seen an episode nor a film of the A-Team.
Why did that? What they
I
always,
am.
every
Right.
single episode
let's fuck
was
this off and go watch it.
they used to lock him in a shed with loads of tools and weapons, and they used to build like a
Like the
tank.
granddad?
Yeah, and then go out, and they wouldn't kill anyone. They just throw grenades near him, and then people would fly
Just
through
blow
the
up
air.
their cars
yeah.
and stuff.
Like fly through the air.
It's
and
so
then they'd win.
shit. It's top.
Yeah,
Is it?
It's mint.
It's
And-
levels shit.
It's
Like,
mis-
it doesn't work with a 2021
Nah,
at
it
all.
doesn't. It
Have
doesn't.
you
it
seen
still
the
does
Family
some
Guy
stuff.
when they do Mr. T?
I've seen that. That one I have
Hey,
seen.
too.
Watch it, it's really good.
I will do. Jack Carter says, hope the game goes ahead.
Oh,
CBA
music's
with game stacking. Yeah, that's going to be an issue, isn't it? If the game, potentially this game, maybe the weekend as well, doesn't go ahead, that's 2 more games to fit in an already tight schedule.
Meanwhile, we got knocked out of the League
not
Cup,
COVID,
didn't we?
Copyright. I'm Roberto says, let's talk real things. Where's my PS5? I'm sick of this COVID bullshit, though. Bollocks, sorry. FUA for F Boris, F Scousers. Well, you might go.
Well done, lad.
You might be able to get a PlayStation 5 if you are a member, but if you want to be in with a chance of winning a PlayStation 5, join the memberships.
There's a Stormzy bar in it.
We're giving away. We are. It is. We're giving away 12
That chat
gifts
took a turn.
over the 12 days of Christmas, starting on the 26th of December. So if you're a member, then you'll be automatically entered for the prize draw. We're giving away a PlayStation 5 on
Okay.
January the 6th. Is that last bit of that message that Jay liked?
Where did you throw that in it? Yeah.
No, I love that. I love that.
Did you just end on fuck the Scousers?
It's like Boris.
Oh,
Scousers.
it limits it, but that is where it ends, I'm pretty sure.
This is great. This watching you two.
There you go.
Have a
debate
good
how
Christmas,
to use a
boys, but you
laptop.
can't get this one, look.
My heel's hurting, you know.
There's another one here that you can't get to. The weird
No, you
scrolling
know.
thing. What's up with you?
My heel's
He's hurt
hurting.
his heel.
Has he? Sam Z says, come February, are Luis Suarez's teeth still offside?
Yep.
Athletic.
They're always
I'm
offside.
looking forward to leaning
Should
into
we
him.
move on
anything
slightly?
like that?
My favourite moment
Yeah,
with
that's
Luis
not true.
Suarez was
I actually saw him.
remember that
Sorry.
game where they didn't shake hands
Yeah.
and then like it kicked off.
Do you remember
And
that?
Rio and Evra just went from different parts
Yeah.
of the pitch and just converged on him. They both missed him like
Yeah.
idiots, but I just loved it
For a
because it's
split-
like the stuff you see on Sunday League. You
For a
don't see that
split
in Premier League.
second, I thought he'd hit him. We're both going to get sent off. Like, for a split second, I thought, oh my God, can you imagine 2 red cards in the first minute to our 2 best defenders? Like, oh my, that's it. That's
Do you know what?
that done.
It's about time people have retribution like that. Everest forgive him. I am.
No, I don't like that Evra. Forgive him.
No, I don't.
I don't like
And
that.
just because Evra has doesn't mean we have to.
Yeah, I
People
know.
go, well, Evra's forgiven him, so what?
Yeah,
Yeah,
cool.
so-
It's
Well,
got
I'm
nothing to do
I'm
with
not
me.
Well,
him.
I'm
Yeah,
not.
I haven't.
Yeah.
He's
and I
better
never,
than me.
ever will.
He's better than me, and I'm
Yeah,
worse.
and I'm not going to forgive him because I'm
And I am
bitter
petty,
and
and I
angry.
hate the Scousers.
Yeah.
You know what? One of them United players that are really shit that like could really do just to like turn it around.
Donny.
Get like a fake limb again, like Ever. Remember?
Ah, yeah,
He was
after the
biting
Villa
when he was
game.
running off the pitch.
That was-
That's what you do. You plant it in the advertising hoarding. So when you
Yeah.
score, remember like fucking Aubameyang used to take his mask out.
Yeah.
Take the limb out.
Yeah.
That's sad though, him doing that.
What are you
isn't it?
doing? Just go and put me.
Aubameyang's
Shut
a
up, you
tit. I hate
fucking- Aren't you a
Aubameyang.
man?
Ground.
He's done it 3
Yeah, I'll put
times
one
now,
in
hasn't
each
he?
4 corners of the
Aubameyang.
ground in case I score a
He's
different
been
end.
done for breaching their COVID regulations.
He's being a bit of a whopper, I think.
Yeah, he isn't.
He is
Like,
a-
that's his
That's what's
captain.
375 grand a week playing for a mid-table team.
Yeah.
This year.
He's a mid-table player, though, isn't it?
Yes.
We stopped scoring the Premier League 3 years ago.
It's gone now, isn't it?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Definitely not. Level.
Let's go back to Lever and Scousers. I was enjoying that.
Okay.
Oh yeah. That was my favourite, man.
Yeah.
That's one of my favourite things seeing that happen.
Do you know what annoyed me about that game, though?
I love that.
Everyone's celebrating, right, in front of, like, his own fans. And the referee came over and, like, dragged him away almost.
Pepe Reina, I think.
Yeah, Pepe Reina came over and then the referee was acting like Everett done something wrong.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah,
Can
yeah.
you imagine if that was
Well,
the way around?
he
at
ever
Anfield?
knew what he was doing.
Yeah, but still, celebrating
He
in
knew
front
what
of your own fans. You can do that. It wasn't like he was in front of the Scousers.
There was a game as well where we lost.
mean, he
We
did
won
walk right
1-0.
past Luis Suarez
I think
to do it.
Berbatov scored a penalty.
Yeah.
We won 1-0, and I think it might have been Giggs or Berber dive for the penalty, and it was such a blatant dive. I was right in front of it, really low down, and I remember being like,
It's better than it was a dive.
"Yeah, it's better, man.
I
It's better."
prefer that it
Remember
was a
Herpia
dive.
gets sent off after 4 minutes, and we batter him 4-0. Do you remember that?
Who
Was
gets
that
it off?
the one?
Sammy Herpia got sent off 4-0. Ruud van Nistelrooy scored.
I remember the
I
one
do
where
remember
they
that.
played him in the FA Cup and Gerrard got sent off at Old Trafford. And also, obviously, the one at Anfield. Wanfield.
Oh.
That's good.
What's your favourite game against Liverpool? Mine would
My-
have to be FA Cup 99.
Mine is the Rumbelows Cup. I know it's so old. I know
All
I'm
right,
old.
Dad.
Sorry, it was like my
What
first
even is a
clear.
Rumbelows,
It's the League
Dave?
What do you mean,
Cup.
what's a Rumbelows?
What's a
Right.
Rumbelows?
It was a higher purchase
Thank you.
place in the early 90s where you
Yes.
could go and get a telly for a couple of quid a week.
Yes.
Crazy Georges, like that.
Yeah, I
like
know that.
Yes. It was one of them.
Rumbelows.
Bright House
They
for
used to
those at
sponsor the
home.
League Cup for mine and
Tell you what,
Stephen.
do you know what
They also used to sponsor a sprint at half time.
Really, the Rumbelows jog.
Not even fucking kidding.
in the League Cup final, they used to have a race.
What, like sports day?
And I think, didn't they give him a grand? Was it
Yeah, it was like,
a
we all
grand?
different players from different teams and that.
100
Have
metre
you
race.
seen that one
In
where
full
the-
kit, obviously.
Yeah, they'd have a race, like, they just get them down, like, come on.
Have you seen the one where it's at
Google it.
like
Google it, you're not
the
gonna
Valley
believe
at Charlton or something?
Yeah,
And
yeah,
there's two
yeah.
fans racing, and one of them trips them over, and the other one gets dead serious, starts running after the ref.
Rumbelows race.
There was a guy that, who was it that Brian Clough brought once?
They're
who
not
used to-
listening.
He used to jump over cars at half time.
What?
Duncan McKenzie. He used to be able to, he used to be able to jump over cars. He
What
used
were
to
that
get a
words
car
in his
out.
face then? Get that back up. Let's read that out there. So if you search Rumbelows race, is what Joe just went into then.
Yeah.
So yeah, the Rumbelows Sprint Challenge it was called.
Yeah.
When English football's fastest footballers raced.
For cash.
In full
10
kit.
grand, that.
10 grand.
10 grand on a big check. That's like
£10,000
10
only.
grand back in those days.
I like
was
how they put only on that comedy check, like you could actually cash that.
Yeah.
You don't need to put only
Those
on
were the
that.
days,
You know.
man. Back
You
in
can't,
the day.
could you just slide it through the little plastic bit of the till? That's not.
You
They
know,
weren't trainers or
you know a
boots?
crackhead's found one of them and thought he could.
They're in
Took it cash converters.
Socks
You know
down.
it's happened, didn't it?
Everyone socks
Yeah,
down.
I didn't know they weren't going to cash it, did I?
Swan dive.
I thought it was a legit check. All right. Everyone makes mistakes.
Shall I tell you what happened to us once? Once, yeah, me and my mum. This is when we were, we've been broke for most of my life. So we were proper broke back then.
Proper.
But we obviously done the lottery that week, and my mum must have got like 4 numbers or something. So she was waiting for something to come
50
through
quid.
the post. But you remember when Reader's Digest used to send you checks out,
Yeah.
fake checks, with
Yeah.
like ribbons around them and that, and you had to phone up and all that shit.
Basically, it was like a
So we
giveaway,
got a
like,
check
competition
from
thing.
but she thought, oh my god, this is the check from the lottery.
I don't laugh, man.
The lottery.
This is
You
actually
get
quite
me? We were
tragic,
started
isn't
celebrating and that. I didn't go to school that day. Like we were going off, mate. after 2 phone calls, by 12 o'clock, we realised it weren't really happening. I swear, I didn't go to school that day, bro.
School were rich.
We were supposed to go and sort my
never gonna
passport
get
out.
school
Listen, you don't need any of them GCSEs.
We were supposed to go sort my passport out. like.
144.
It's heartbreaking. This is actually really sad.
They were
I
bagging
feel bad,
bags
I
on the
feel
plane.
bad. I feel bad because I know that feeling when you realise it's not happening.
And you brass.
Oh, mate, yeah, that's
Did you have to go to
You're
school?
so
Did
in.
you have to go to school?
No, I
Get
never went to
attention
school.
being
Never
late?
went to school.
Get in the afternoon.
Oh,
Go to
no.
school
Where
now.
are
Yeah.
you? Don't worry about it.
We thought my mum had won the lottery, but it was actually a Reader's Digest.
She'd even phoned like my nan and that as well.
It's actually the Reader's Digest.
She'd even phoned my nan as well.
Oh,
I'd be like,
no.
yo.
Your nan spent a pension.
Yeah.
She's like, hey,
We're transferring you to the
champagne's
good
on me.
home.
Yeah, don't worry about that.
Unpack your suitcase as you're staying there.
Did anyone see Gabby Agbonlaho's Instagram yesterday?
Yes.
Oh,
that
yes.
was quite
Was it-
possibly the
yeah.
most perfect thing that could have happened.
Right.
It's the
Explain
greatest.
Explain it to people.
So yesterday,
In a way
we
that
all
doesn't
know
get
the
us all in
FIA done over Lewis Hamilton yesterday, and as a result, what's his name? Gabriel Agbonlahor
yeah.
posted something saying Hamilton were basically winning 10-0 in the next 90th minute, and they said next goal wins while Verstappen was on a counter
And
attack.
who replied first?
Anton Ferdinand replied, saying, how can you have a rule book and change the rules to suit someone? It's a liberty. I met Anton Ferdinand the other day. Great bloke.
Yeah.
John Terry replied,
What? Surely
Stay
you know.
away.
Surely.
No, hang on. Before you read this out, I'm going to think John Terry sees an English bloke, or a British bloke at least, in a race, in a final.
Hard done by.
I'm sure he's with the British bloke, right? Surely.
Depends. You know
what
the
you
game-changing factor there
what you
of whether
insinuating?
John Terry's going to back the English bloke or not.
John Terry's comment also came second, so he
Right.
must have saw Anton Ferdinand's comment there.
And what did John Terry
He
think?
must have.
So Anton Ferdinand is backing Lewis Hamilton, yeah?
Obviously, yeah.
Robbery.
Like the
British,
whole country.
English together, British. We're all in this together, yeah. One British
Not only
sportsman
that-
to
not only a
another.
British thing,
Yeah.
literally, that was the rules thing,
Yeah.
and you fuck with the rules
Yeah.
on the last lap for entertainment. Anyway, carry on. We're getting distracted here.
John Terry
Casual
comments
race.
Yeah.
a couple minutes after Anton Ferdinand
He
said
didn't say anything like he said on the pitch that time, did
he didn't. No,
Right,
he
okay.
didn't. He didn't.
No, no.
He didn't say. But I didn't say that.
I thought you heard it.
You've written it.
He said, "That's the rules. Well done, Max. Great for the sport."
Well, I for one am shocked that he didn't.
Great for the sport.
Like, how
I,
can
for
you have-
one, I'm shocked John
Anton
Terry
Ferdinand,
didn't
John Terry
back the
polarising.
black Britishman.
I'm shocked that John
one's
Terry
surprised.
saw a comment by Anton Ferdinand and decided to refer to rules towards him. Just, that's probably the last thing I would do if I was John Terry and I saw a comment by Anton Ferdinand. Start referring to rules.
Right, just to go away from a racist and Anton Ferdinand. Manchester United, this has come from BBC, Josh Simon Stone. Manchester United are unsure if the Brentford game is safe to play after the COVID-19 outbreak. United are in discussions with the Premier League over whether it is safe for Tuesday's game at Brentford to go ahead after a COVID-19 outbreak at the Old Trafford club. Positives reported on Monday have been confirmed by PCR tests, and the operations at Carrington have been shut down. Ring, ring, pussy, it's shut down.
Give me the cliff notes. I've faded out then. Someone said something funny about John
It's
Terry.
just United are currently in talks with
United are in talks. They've said
Premier League.
they're talking to the Premier League, giving cancellation of training and disruption to the squad, and with the health of players and staff the priority.
John Terry, race advocate.
Yeah.
Nice.
That was from EDT.
Nice.
EDT there.
Well done.
Let's talk a bit about this Champions League draw disaster that happened today.
It was exciting though, wasn't it?
It was very exciting.
Was it a disaster?
Was the FIA in charge of it?
They weren't, but
Because
the
it was more
UEFA were,
entertaining.
which has
Yeah.
got two. Of the,
Let's
one
make
of the
this
two
more
letters in there.
entertaining by getting it wrong.
Why should we just do the draw where everyone knows where they're playing? Let's do a draw. Let's let people book their flights and then redo the draw.
Yeah.
Do you think anyone booked those?
Sorry, sir,
flights?
I feel like I've sold my tickets to the
People are so
PSG
on the fucking ball with that, yeah.
Loads of people.
There's like chartered jets to fucking Paris
People
now.
have like
are trying
loads
to
of
flog
tabs
them
set up,
cheap.
don't they? Like ready to go. It's like
Have you got
straight
Paris
away.
and
Like,
sold?
Yes. Oh no, we're not going there anymore.
What do you mean we're not
We're
going to
Madrid.
Paris?
What,
And
Madrid?
then people are Googling, can I drive from Paris to... Fuck, that's miles away.
That is miles away. What are your thoughts on the draw, Steve? Atletico Madrid, big
I actually
game.
prefer Atletico over Paris. I think Paris have got the match winners in there, where if they decide they're having it, they're going to score goals against you. And I think Atletico are a tough proposition, make no mistake. That was the two hardest teams we could have had in the draw. But I'm more comfortable with Atletico. They're not having a great time of it at the moment. Yes, they're current champions of La Liga. Lost at the weekend. A little bit of internal turmoil I'm not sure that it's the monumental, impossible task that it has been in years gone by.
What do you think, Jay?
Yeah, I kind of agree with that. I think the sort of you have to play some decent teams if you've got any sort of ambition in the Champions League. And I know it's like
like Liverpool in 2005.
Well, that's a good point. But I think if you think, we got a Lille, and then we're into the quarters, and that's exciting and stuff. But Atletico Madrid isn't like the worst draw you can get. And I think Maka made the point as well about they usually give you a chance over the two legs. Paris Saint-Germain, we could have been battered in that first game. It could have been all over. Like, it could have been 3 or 4 0. You're like, this is already
They could easily decide to turn it on in one game.
Yeah.
And the thing that Paris have as well, which Atletico don't have, is they can take a month off to play us and make sure they get the right team. Atletico can't.
No. What do you reckon?
I'm looking forward to it. I've never personally been to Manchester United Atletico game, so I'm excited about that. Obviously, did you go in 92, 93?
No, not 91 to 92 it was. I don't think I went to a few games in Europe around that time, but Old Trafford, not away.
Yeah,
I
saw
went to a couple of the 1991. I don't know if we've ever mentioned it on here. We did go to a couple of the games.
Because I like playing teams and seeing teams that we've never played before, so that's another one
when
to the list.
By the way, just
February and
for
March.
anyone who works for the
End of
MBN,
February and beginning of March.
No, when did we play?
We played him
in
the 91 to 92 season.
Yeah, so that would be the 92 Cup Winners' Cup.
Yeah, we lost.
So we played them
4-1.
in, I think it was October and November of 1992, which wouldn't make it the 91 Cup Winners' Cup, but that would make it the 92 Cup Winners' Cup.
Yeah.
I mean, some people say, why'd you care? Well, for one, the greatest achievement in the history of football would have been the 1991 Cup Winners' Cup.
I'll explain in a minute.
I've got a point, no, Jay.
Yeah, you have got a point.
Very
I think that it's important to be factually correct, especially if you work in a certain industry.
Especially if you're the chief writer for a local newspaper, you should know when the fuck United competed and won in things.
Wait, did Fuckface say we've never played them before?
So played them in 1991 Cup Winners' Cup. Which we didn't.
We played him in 1991 in the Cup Winners' Cup,
but it was the
92 Cup Winners' Cup.
So we didn't play them on the way to winning the Cup Winners' Cup. We played them on the way out of the following season's Cup Winners' Cup when we were the holders.
Yeah,
so it's
like Jay said, might as well just say we won the fucking league last year.
Yeah,
if
why
that's
not? If we're just gonna facts don't matter anymore. Yeah, we're the current reigning champions of everything.
Work for a living and don't get jobs on the back of banging our fucking editors.
Right, now we're crossing a line. Let's move on.
Abhinav Verma says, Rangnick players out, everyone out because COVID. It seems like everyone's
Joel
out.
banged you though. That's how we got this right.
Really?
Yeah. From the top rope and all.
All the way around?
It's more like a mutual masturbation thing.
Nice.
I thought what I said was bad enough. Zainab Zar says,
no eye contact now.
Don't know if it's Hash Cookie or Sebastian, but I'm still rolling from that UCL draw watch along.
Sebastian.
Yeah, we ran.
You missed it, Steve?
He spoke to UEFA.
There was a rumour that the second draw was going to be chalked off as well.
Like we're naughty.
There was a rumour that the second draw was going to be chalked off because Liverpool was said that they couldn't play against Villarreal when it seemed as though they could.
Oh, I'm complaining.
No, it was Michael Owen just getting it wrong.
Well, it turned out to be wrong, yeah. But then in the end it was all right. But we rang UEFA in the meantime, and we
wanted to clarify.
lodged a formal complaint.
We made a formal complaint. I think we've subsequently emailed them with that formal complaint. Thank you to Sebastian at UEFA.
He was a good lad, Sebastian. It's not his fault. He's surrounded by idiots.
And thank you to Michael Owen as well, who upon the arrival of the second draw, so obviously the first one had taken place and the second one was about to take place, he quite brilliantly said, I think it was. I can't remember who it was now. It was one of the great poets or the great philosophers.
Yates?
It was Yates. It was either Yates or Socrates
Yeah.
who said, and this was Michael Owen on the second draw about to take place, everyone's going to have a better or worse draw unless you draw the same team. And you know what? You can't argue with that. It's either easier, more difficult, or the same.
Do you know what? Michael Owen gets ridiculed, but he's like Nietzsche, isn't he?
Yeah.
He is. He's one of the greatest minds of our era.
Yeah.
I think.
That's what Nietzsche said.
Yeah.
What he just needs to do. Have you ever seen a photograph of Nietzsche before he grew his moustache?
Not recently.
Looks like a baby-faced Michael Owen.
A little bit, right? Really? What Michael Owen needs to do, Google Nietzsche. Don't ask me how to spell it because there's all sorts of extra letters in there. Like isn't there a Z in there?
Yeah, there is a Z in there.
Right, it's wild, right? So figure it out. Google him. Look at the state of that fucking absolute comedy level mustache, and imagine Michael Owen with that, and go.
Remember when he had one?
He did have
No. You Google Nietzsche or try to Google.
It's
Nietzsche.
Nietzsche.
Look at this.
C-H-E.
Absolute fucking gathering of minds, isn't it? Let's pretend we know how to spell Nietzsche for the sake of
Well, me and
looking
Jay just
smart.
literally spelled it out.
Yeah, but
for you,
accusing us of pretending.
Don't listen to us,
God
innit?
forbid we've got a bit of a brain between us. Do you know what I mean?
You missed an S out.
Oh,
Oh, that's an absolute mustache.
Look at that. That is a
It's
touch
like one of
and a
them
half,
ones.
innit?
It's like it stands astride his face. It's quite beautiful that. So Atletico Madrid were quite happy with that, are we? Overall,
I like
Really?
it. It's not too easy.
It's not easy.
And it's it's not easy at all. But it's not like if we get Salzburg out, we start going, oh, we're through.
I
hate those games.
Like Sevilla a few years ago, we're like, oh yeah, we got this.
Right. I think it's just difficult enough to keep you on your toes, but you should be going through. Do you know what I mean? And let me tell you something. Cristiano Ronaldo hates these lot, bro. He scores against these lot all the time. Have you seen that video on Twitter that's always floating about where he's getting ripped by Atletico Madrid and the press are going, and he goes, I got 5 Champions Leagues, you got 0, and then he goes, smacks a hat-trick in.
And I think
we got to remember, we got Cristiano Ronaldo.
He's got 11 goals against Atletico Madrid.
Was it Juve he got the hat-trick for?
And I think there was a period of 5 or 6 years where they only got knocked out by Cristiano Ronaldo.
That's ridiculous, isn't it? That was it. 2 finals as well, wasn't it?
That's going to be a mint game now at Old Trafford as well. I can't wait for that one.
Let's move on to Martial and Rangnick. There's rumours over the last week or so that Martial wants to leave United in January.
Yeah, his agent came out.
Not just loads of them have come at once. Jesse's come back out again. Martial's
was like, you're not going to lose your job.
You know,
I think that seems to be what's happened, doesn't it? But Rangnick's spoken about Martial.
But haven't you heard since that Martial talk? There's been Cavani talk as well.
Cavani,
do you think one will affect the other?
Henderson.
Do you think one affects the other?
Gone in there and going, you're not playing, or you're not gonna.
No, but I think Rangnick would love Cavani.
Yeah, Cavani's slightly different.
Do you know what I mean? But there's talk about him going Barcelona.
I think he would. I just think the problem with Cavani is not his ability. It's the fact that he's constantly injured.
Here's what Rangnick's had to say about Martial. He said, I don't communicate with agents via the media. The player hasn't spoken with me or us about it. If he really has the wish to go to another club, it should be the player who informs either the board or myself. Can't agree
His
with
words
that
on Pogba the other day was spot on as well.
He
was like...
Has he had a bad press conference yet?
Not that I've seen.
They've been quite sexy all
But to be fair, I thought about Ollie for a while.
So what did he say about Pogba for anyone who missed it, roughly speaking?
He basically said he's not going to be pandering to anyone. Like, he obviously wants to see Pogba back in training, back in the team. But he basically said, I need to get Pogba fit and ready for this team. And he's not going to pander to anyone. It's not his job at one of the biggest clubs in the world to try and make people want to play for him.
I love his attitude to that. He's always been about people who are on their first and second contracts anyway.
Are you scared that he's going to get the job permanently? Because I feel like he needs to go upstairs. Like, we need him upstairs.
I think you're right.
Like, if we can get another good manager in and have him upstairs, we're better for that.
Let me just win the Lancashire and Cheshire first, right? Which I should have sewn up in about 6 weeks.
Right.
Wait, shake your fucking head out. We're doing it.
Right.
You tell him, Cap, right? And I'll stick my CV in. You just tell me what the address to write it. I will actually write it to see if they write back.
Well, I know someone at UEFA that can put a good word in.
I believe so,
We've got contacts there.
You could
Just
maybe
give us an email address. We'll send it on to you.
Can I be the Champions League manager?
That'd be good.
I think that's how it works. Just sending your CV to that address we've given you.
Listen, I'm busy on a Saturday.
To be fair, there was a job that you could have applied for at Man United Women the other week. You see that? Football director, head of women's football.
Job as an analyst for the under 18s ladies.
Head of women's football. You should go for that.
Get it?
You didn't?
No, I interviewed for it though.
You interviewed for it?
I did, yeah.
Oh, all right. Well, it's a shame, isn't it? When was this?
Not long
Their
ago.
loss is Stretford Paddock FC's game.
Not long ago.
Our loss is their gain. What?
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. So what do you think to Martial then? Because you're a big fan of him.
You are. Carrington member.
Go.
Personally, I thought when Ollie was here,
Say
he's staying to the end of the season and he'll battle for his spot somehow. But now with Rangnick coming in, he's going to want his own signings. You look around and you start to think he's one of those that could probably be sold. He's not playing football anyway, so your squad's not going to miss him. And with the way we're playing at the moment, personally, if he was fit, I'd drop Rashford for him and play Martial against Brentford, let's say, if we were going to play. Because I think Rashford's out of form, and we need that competition. But he's not guaranteed game time, week in, week out.
I think Alanga's ahead of him.
Alanga's probably ahead of him because of his training performances and when he's been injured and stuff. So
and Rangnick's
I think
on youth and
I think it's
energy.
Obviously everyone knows I think he's a fantastic player. I think he'll go on and move to say at Inter or something and do reasonably well. And in a few months, years, everyone's going, we shouldn't have sold him. But I think it's just a case of him getting the number 9 shirt has gobbled him up. I think if he stayed as I-11 and he was mixing it with the left wing and going through the middle like Rashford has been doing, I think people consider him a little bit differently. But I think once you ask for the number 9 or you demand it or whatever, however that went down, and then you don't quite, you can't then go, well, I need to play out on the left because it's just not gonna happen for you. And I just feel like the timing's just never quite been right for him for whatever reason. Mourinho didn't like him when he was in great form. Solskjaer loved him, and then he couldn't find form to save his life. And you couldn't say he wasn't given opportunities then. Like, there was a period of time where I thought he ain't been given the opportunities that he deserves. And then Ollie gave him ample opportunity and he didn't step up. So, unfortunately, at Manchester United, you have to be held accountable for that. But I think he goes on. I think we should loan him as well, because I think he'll do well and we can get more money for him. But yeah, I think we should probably loan him in January and then get a better fee for him. Because you got to remember as well, we've probably only paid 40 million for him.
Yeah.
And when you think of that, 40 million for what we've got out of him isn't too bad. If you get another 30 million in a transfer fee, it's not too bad. Do you know what I mean? Everyone looks at it and thinks 50 odd million.
I agree with almost everything you said there. Apart from the loan thing, I'd sell him now, because I think if he goes on loan and doesn't perform,
that's true.
Because that
then
could
you
happen.
gained 15 million.
Yeah. Like, and I think if, say, Newcastle come in or Inter or whatever and go, we'll give you 35, 40 million for him. What if he goes on loan and does well? What are we going to add to him? 10 million?
Yeah.
Or
there's a part of me though that just thinks he's gonna boss it up somewhere. You know?
Oh, I think he will. He's got the talent. He's a talented kid. But I got to a point last season where I was feeling sorry for him. You know, like them game against Leeds where he's missing sitters, PSG where he's missing sitters, and I'm willing him to score. I'm like, please God, just put the ball in the back of the net, and it ain't happening. And you're like,
he's also got the fact that when you've got Rashford coming through and Greenwood, who were free signings pretty much, come through the academy, and they're delivering as much goals as you, if not more. It's hard to then, but then at times, bro, I think Martial's better than Rashford for what we need to do at times, and then I think Rashford's better at other times. It's like
the one difference between Martial and Rashford for me is Rashford can have a bad game and still get a goal.
Yeah.
Martial can get a bad game and not get a goal.
Martial
can have a good game.
Martial can have a good game and not score, and he'll still be criticised.
Yeah, that's a good point, because that's what I meant to say, and I pulled it up. Yeah, he can have a good game and not get a goal. Like the derby where he got man of the match, and yet he misses that sitter, and you're like, do you know what I mean?
Sam Z
one of those.
says, I'm Martial FC like Adam, but it ain't working. Barca or AC Milan would be a good move for him. Yeah,
Juve,
go from
Dortmund.
United to Barca because it's not working out.
Dortmund.
You've seen that literally trying to reunite Louvain and Gals.
Yeah, Memphis,
Marshall, and Januzaj.
He was on something. Was Louis.
He's ahead of his time.
Yeah.
Barcelona are fucked. I got a theory about when Barcelona started to unravel as well. Because the Scousers are trying to say was when they signed Origi. The day they signed Origi was when it unravelled. It's not like them to make it all about themselves, I know.
Yeah.
But I actually think I can pinpoint when it actually unravelled for them. And people will say, well, they won trebles since then. Yeah, okay, cool. United won the Champions League since the Glazers come in. Sometimes there's a bit of a lag between something happening and the effects
an incubation
of that
period.
Correct.
I know what it is.
Go on, let's hear your guesses.
Rotterdam. 1991.
As
when
much
we
as
beat him in
I've
the European
tried.
Cup Winners' Cup final, that's when it all started unravelling. It took 20 odd years, but eventually it did.
I think it was the signing of
30
Philip
years.
Coutinho.
Yeah.
No.
That was maybe a
No,
symptom.
because he was a symptom of
That was
something
too
that's
late.
happened beforehand. I'd love to link it to Rotterdam because, as we know, all roads lead to Rotterdam.
They do,
But
Steve.
ultimately, Cruyff won the Champions League in the following season.
Yeah,
so.
but the seeds of destruction were already
Go on
set.
then, give us your theories.
I
to the
think it
Champions
was
League.
Figo signing for Real Madrid.
In 2001.
Yes, and I'll tell you why, Joe.
And
With your
not-
dismissive tone,
Okay.
I'll
Give
tell
us
you
your thought
why.
and then we'll go over it.
So what?
Go on, I'll let you.
I mean,
You're allowed to be mocked.
you were hesitant about going all the way back to 1991. You went 10 years away.
10
Fucking
years
hell.
later, they were winning the second treble.
Listen, I'll tell you what happened. When
I don't want to go back to
Figo
91. You're thinking you're mental.
bounced.
2001.
2001, that's okay.
Just century in it. When Figo signed for Real Madrid, that forced Barcelona to start upping everybody's release clauses. Upping those release clauses give them eventually the sort of... and also, they spent like 30-40 million on Van Bronckhorst when Zidane was going for them sorts of figures. Like, they started then with the real money-focused decisions at that point because they were so embarrassed about losing Figo. All of their release clauses went up because it was a release clause that he was sold on at the time. So they started putting like billion and 100 million sort of release clauses. That's why Neymar went for as much as he did in that
That's
weird
partly
free
though because
transfer
in La Liga
madness.
you have to have a release.
You have to have a
clause. So they
clause,
just
yeah.
go $1 billion.
But
Like-
to get you to sign up to having a $1 billion release clause, they got to pay you crazy money. So Barcelona have been paying crazy money since the Figo thing, and that is now why you extrapolate it 20 years later, they're $1 billion in debt.
You know what?
Have they
not
got
as
the
mad as it
Glazers
first
hanging around
started.
there?
I still don't think I agree.
Fucking sounds
but
like it.
That's not as mad as it seemed when you said
Well thought out
Figo.
hypothesis.
Because if you do
Chelsea.
think about it, a lot of their best players around the time when they were at their best were either academy players or players who had
You
played
could
for the
also
academy.
argue Pep leaving
So they weren't playing quite
because
the same
Pep
money.
leaving there, he
More recent.
more recent, and what he does to like he's very intense and all that, and then once that team's finished, bro.
But they were also
Like, then you got to
European
replace
champions
that when you haven't got a
18
good
before he
manager.
joined.
Yeah, but Pep's coaching, I think, burnt a lot out of that team.
Yeah, no, but that's not what unravelled them to the point they're.
Oh yeah, of course. I think decisions obviously get made, but they've chopped and changed. How many presidents had they in that period?
Yeah, they've
like,
shit.
do you know what I
There's
mean? Like,
about 50 different reasons.
It is
Yeah.
a madness how they've been run into the ground. I mean, the Bayern Munich game was the ultimate sort of example of that, wasn't it? Where you had like, who was it? Coutinho coming on and scoring 2 against him whilst he was on loan from that.
but I remember them
I've
being
never
in
seen
a
anything
Europa
like that.
League team, a UEFA Cup team.
They were.
Remember when was it when
not that
Liverpool
good
won
in
it?
the early
When they
2000s.
Liverpool beat
Yeah.
them, innit? Who you always playing and stinking the joint out.
Their
and that.
first European Cup was 1992
Yeah.
with Johan Cruyff, who learned everything he needed to learn to become European champions
In 91.
by getting beat by United.
That spurred him on.
We've got a few super chats. Abhinav Verma says, how would Howson and Real look in the dugout? They'd look,
Probably like about
Little
8
and
inch
large.
I was
difference.
about to say.
yeah.
We've got a photo of it. We
Uh,
actually sat in United dugout together.
Josh M says, Marshall to Paddock FC on loan.
Tugging
Would
each
you take
other
him?
My photos are flying at the minute. I got Tom on 8. I got Kieran on
Whoa,
11.
hang on a
and I
minute.
got,
Hang on a
Josh
minute.
on
What's the argument
This
you're
is
making?
worse
here?
than sitting next to Boovy, man.
Tony
What are you on
Marshall.
about?
Swear
We
to God.
fucking press.
Right.
I mean, that fucker.
Worse than sitting next to
Run, you
Boovy.
fuck.
That's the
So
reason. It's not going to happen because you won't pick him.
Also, we're an amateur team.
Marshall
He's on
going to come back
250
to
grand a
haunt
week,
us. I hope
so
he's like, no.
We'd find that difficult. Listen, mate, it's 35 quid a month subs. You were all right for that.
Peter
Marshall's gonna
Kelly
come back
says,
to haunt
a lot
us.
calmer from Adam
ASAP.
here than when they're on the kickoff and Boovy and Rory were winding up.
That's
saying
'cause I'm
jump to
surrounded
level.
by
Well,
twats.
But
Why don't you
Steve,
tell
Steve don't
Boovy?
think he's fucking step 50 level or whatever it is.
How
Why, what
dare
did
you?
Boovy and
Mate,
Rory-
if I was to tell you some of the things Steers said,
No,
I'm not. I said if I was
I'll
to tell you
disconnect that if you start mentioning
some of the things
things.
Steers said about football,
Yes.
you'd understand why I can just let this roll off my back.
Don't you worry about that. Anyway,
This is
why
one of
do
the
you
most
let
sane
Boovy-
things.
Why
that
do you let
Stephen
Boovy
said.
even speak?
He's not.
You
saying
know
that
what I
bad,
figured
though.
All you got to
Yeah.
say to him is, you
Blue.
understand your entire fan base hates what you represent as a London-based blue.
He's not London based. He's not from London.
Where's he from?
He's from. He's not from Manchester either, but he's not from
Somewhere
London.
else.
From Bristol.
David
All right,
McLeod.
yeah, all right.
But
yeah,
I mean,
the-
I just get it right, innit? But
David
what I was
McLeod.
going to say,
Go on
I
then.
used to think, I'm not going to lie, when I first started working with Beaver, I used to think, this geezer's an idiot. He's an absolute wind-up. And then
now
I
you know he
learned,
is.
he's literally just pulling strings. Like, that's what he's trying to do. Like, he's trying to wind you up.
Puppet master.
And sometimes you just have to just let him make himself look stupid rather than bite.
David McLeod, do you
But I
think the
usually bite.
sluggish Norwich performance was due to COVID setting in? I wish, but I don't think so. It doesn't sound like half of them were playing.
What? So everyone had COVID.
We all did, yeah. We did.
Go back,
COVID.
all the
In
people
our-
agreeing with Steve. 100%.
in our mind, yeah.
I saw that.
A lot of people agreeing with Steve there, and that's the ones that Steve reads out but can't find. Wally of the week.
RoboCop that did
you've
the
come in
draw.
just after the deadline was closed, Steve, so we can't have Steve for saying that.
RoboCop that did the draw.
What, in from UEFA?
UEFA, yeah.
It's got to be UEFA, isn't it? Can't get the Champions League draw out. They basically do 3 things all year. One of them is take bribes. One of them is...
Whoa, can I have a fat
Allegedly.
allegedly in there? Fuck me.
Half of them have gone to prison. You don't even need to be allegedly
Oh,
here.
yeah.
That's true. He's got a
Corruption.
point.
Sebastian did say as well they were all out taking bribes.
Sebastian.
Yeah, he didn't say. He said it in. You have to read between what he said when he said he has an email address.
He-
Read
yeah.
between the lines of what.
Well,
he's
he
actually
emailed
saying.
us back.
It was Seb
Yeah.
Blatter on the phone, so that's so. So you're going UEFA,
Yeah,
fucking up the Champions League draw. Jay,
Yeah, I'm going. Sebastian's
Should we
bosses for letting him down.
should we all agree on
Thrown
that?
him under the bus there, and the poor lad's been answering the phone, sending out emails, doing a lot. He's a good lad. He
Yes,
deserves
You know
he
better.
what else as well, yeah? I've been
Go on.
watching I'm a Celebrity over the last...
Yeah, yeah.
When people go on that and start moaning and crying, man, what are you doing, bruv?
How long you been watching it for?
Years, bro. My favourite one was Amir Khan. He's a real champ.
I love Amir Khan. Do you know what I love Amir Khan? His interview
Yeah,
about
boss up
Caitlyn Jenner
cowboy.
is the best interview I've ever seen in my life. Where he tries to explain himself. Have you seen that? It's so good.
When he goes, I shook his hand, yeah.
It's like, bro, just leave it alone. Walk away from the
So
camera.
I went up to him and I shook her hand.
Oh, Amir. Whose thought this would be a good idea to make you do this interview to explain
I love
yourself?
Amir Khan.
Nah, I do. He's
I
a
remember
good
when I
guy.
met him, I just ran up to him like,
Do you know
"Oh,
what?
you're amazing,
I
bro."
interviewed him once, right? And this is only the thing that Amir Khan could do. He was doing a charity run to Syria to help Syrian refugees, like loading up vans taking aid down to Syria. Like, it's proper nice things to do. Doing it off his own back. Great kid.
Brilliant.
And I interviewed him and he went, because, you know, some of these people, they're fleeing, they've got nothing. And I know what it's like because my luggage got lost once at the airport.
Fair play to him.
It was Louis Vuitton bags and all, wasn't it?
boxer.
It was.
Underrated boxer. I think.
that is
I
a
think
good
he always got loads of
When
he
you
was
think
brilliant.
of obviously Anthony Joshua huge for British boxing and what he's done for it now.
Yeah.
But Amir Khan got that ball rolling. Him and Ricky Hatton.
He got it rolling from the Olympics.
Yeah, him
Runners,
and Ricky
man,
Hatton
do you know what I mean?
were the ones that had man traveling around everywhere.
Yeah.
And then the AJ thing blew up. But I think without that platform from them two, it don't happen.
Yeah.
And look how many like casual people got involved in boxing after Amir Khan. Like
He's massive.
he was everywhere.
People forget how
And
big
he
he
fought
was.
anyone, wouldn't he? He'd fight anyone.
Yeah.
That was his thing, that he didn't have the protection that a lot of fighters have had to build up a 30, 35 and over.
Where you go, hang on a minute, just
He'd
slow
go,
down.
who is it? Fight
Yeah,
him.
let's fight. I'll fight him.
Fair
You got to
play.
rate that.
That was
Do you know
good.
what I mean?
Prince Naz as well.
I hate that in boxing. Once you've got one loss on your record, you're a bum and you're done.
But
Like,
I think that's changing now. And I really do think that's changing because I think a lot of new school ones that just kind of grew up on Floyd and that, it's easy to think, you got to keep your old. But Canelo lost his old ages ago. Lomachenko lost his old in like his second fight. You know, these are people that are huge.
he was fighting
huge.
titles in his third.
I know, but
fight.
Lomachenko's record is like 6 fights, lost 1. You think he ain't all that?
Yeah.
It's like,
So you know what I mean? I
12
think,
and 2
I
now,
think that,
really,
that's
and he's
gone
like
a little
the
bit
best
now.
ever. How's that
Yeah,
possible?
but he was like 297 for 1 in amateurs.
yeah, it was
Something mental like that.
ridiculous. Come on.
Yeah. Right, that's going to be all from us. If you haven't already, join the membership and you will be entered for all
12 days
of our
of Christmas.
12 days of
Paddock
Christmas.
giveaways.
12
We're
days
gonna
of
be
Paddock
giving away
even.
12 gifts, one for each day of the 12 days of Christmas, starting on the
One for each
26th
brain
of
cell
December.
Terry's got.
And some days it's like
There you
two. So
go.
there'll be 2 winners.
There's going to be
on
loads
some
of stuff.
days.
Loads
like,
of giveaways.
You know,
we're giving a Sony PlayStation 5 away as the ultimate gift at the end of the giveaway on the 6th of January. So make sure you click join underneath the video and become a member. Thank you to everyone at home for joining us. Thank you, Adam. Thank you, Jay. Thank you, Stephen, as well.
I don't like your tone.
We'll see you in a
He's
bit.
Yeah,
done
I
a
didn't
good
like
job.
that.
He's done well here. Leave him alone.
Bye-bye.